All right. Mission. Got it. Hello. Welcome, welcome. This is our morning meditation. So great to see all of you. Let's begin. We are just coming off of the new moon in Pisces. We are rolling through the completion of the astrological calendars, year end of the year, essentially. Pisces being landing us firmly in the full collective energy. And with the new moon that we just had, we're going to be tapping in to what's here for us. It's almost like a nice big pause, slow down, shift in the energy, and want to be sure that we're all, after all of this high intensity, masculine, fiery activation, let's go get it type of field, a lot of turbulence in the waters, especially as we've been in this Piscean field. We're gonna slow it all down. So taking a nice deep breath in, closing your eyes, settling into the room, to the moment. If you're outside, listening to the sounds around you, just taking it all in. For Pisces is the overall, it's the whole. And with this new moon, we get to call forward its reflection in the deep waters that Pisces represents. And so, having just come through it, the new moon having been a few days ago, we're in this transition to illumination. The moon in its new space being in darkness, we are heading and shifting into illumination. So, that's what we're going to play with today as we dive into our inner energy. With your next breath in, please take a moment to send your consciousness all the way up to the sun, activating that light link. And as you do it, don't just focus on the imagination and envisioning the sun in your mind's eye, but really feel your whole field of energy rising up as though we're turning the volume up, turning that frequency up, tuning into that golden field. So really take a few breaths here, be very intentional, and feel the energy rising up out of your throat and sending up to consciousness out of your heart and sending up to that light out of the belly and sending up to that light and even from your feet, feeling all of it as though we're breathing in to feel that golden light. And on your exhale, nice deep exhale. And on this next breath in, it's as though we're gathering all of that energy in, lifting it up to the sun, but this time really drawing on your aura, drawing on the field that you can sense around you, as though you're wearing a bunch of, heavy clothes and you need to grab everything beneath you and lift it up and out so you don't get your pants or your shoes wet, whatever you may have, right? Like you're lifting it all up out of the ground and really feeling the entire field opening to that sunshine as though we are a blossom or a flower slowly opening. Continuing to breathe, continuing to breathe, and exhaling out, feeling your whole energy body as though it's just offloading with each inhale, lifting up towards that sunlight. And whatever is not needed being cleansed and cleared away, like dust bunnies being blown away in the wind, like the gentle rains of springtime, the gentle golden rains of the golden light falling gently down, caressing your energy field, each droplet taking you deeper and deeper in. And we're spending a few moments here because we're going to do our light link a little bit differently today. So we're going to spend a few more moments in this golden light. Just keep breathing as though that's the word I want. It's like we're fluffing the blankets of a down comforter. We're fluffing the pillows. It's like we're bringing all that energy up, allowing whatever isn't needed to just kind of fall to the wayside and whatever is here to be invigorated, to be energized, to be enlivened. Really focus now on all 360 degrees. Do a scan all the way around, making sure that every aspect has been lifted up to that frequency. And it may have physical sensation, it may have no sensation at all. It may just be you're sitting here imagining the sun and its warmth on your face. On the next breath, we're going to up the frequency another notch. So notice as you start to do this, as I call it in, how the vision changes, right? Does your field suddenly become electric bright? Like you turned an LED light on in your mind's eye? Does the sun get really intense? Does the warmth increase, or maybe does it cool, right? Sometimes when we increase frequency, it goes from being warm to cool. So just notice how that is for you, really getting your field comfortable in this. Awesome, we got it. Everybody did it. Now on the exhale out, now you're shifting the consciousness to your feet, but instead of landing in the grass or at the beach or on the earth, just land right in the center of that crystal quartz. So as you come from the sun, dropping down to the feet and imagining them wiggling in, fixing directly into that bed of crystals at the center of the earth. Nice little shift. Breathing in, feeling that golden light, gazing at the sun, coming back to the crystal quartz at the center of the earth. And it may take your mind a few moments, so don't worry if the jump didn't happen instantly. And if it did happen instantly, deepen into it. Really feel yourself drawing on that crystal quartz as you breathe in, continuing to lift the energy up into your field, feeling that frequency of the golden light holding its pitch. And in that vacuum of raising the vibration, releasing other energy, feeling it like a vacuum that's been created, drawing that crystal quartz into your energy field. Absolutely amazing. We're going to take a moment, just breathing here. You may find it feels like your feet, similar sensation to if you were standing in a cool, babbling brook where the energy is just crisp and clean and running super clear. Everything you're drawing in. And so it's flushing out from the base, the balls of the feet up through the heels. You can activate your tail, feel it as though it's actually the image I just got was everyone's tail like a giraffe drinking. Bizarre, but there it was. That energy rising up. Amazing. Wow, look at all of you gleaming little balls, massive balls, orbs of energy, ready to launch, ready to take off for today. And yet, here we are, completely activated in a new moon in Pisces, a Piscean field. And so allowing yourself, as we hold this energy from the center of the crystal quartz, from here, the heartbeat of the earth, the pulse of the earth in the Gaia field is felt. So just slowly allowing your body and your energy field to acclimate with that. Breathing in and out. Feeling yourself as that orb of light. And now gazing, imagining the moon. For it's believed that the moon is the mirror reflection of the heart of the earth. And in its new phase, it's as though each of us has become the moon and its reflection in the center of the earth at the crystal quartz. And so it's like all of its light has been drawn into the center of the earth, which is causing it to be in its new phase, in darkness in the sky. So it's as though we have thousands of moons activated here at the center of the earth, envisioning yourself as that mirror, as that reflection of the heartbeat of the center. As though we've just come in from the cosmic celestial realm, landed here on this new frontier of earth. Now applying your curious mind, because when the Piscean field is activated, we can see everything, the full expanse of the past year on the astrological wheel. We can feel all of the growth and the energies, the roots that you've planted, sometimes the roots that you've unplanted, right? Allowing massive aspects of who we are to be released and to die off. It's as though, as these orbs of energy planted here at the center of the earth, we can now see ourselves coming into form. And whether you realized it and were conscious to it or not, this last astrological year was all about a total and complete overhaul, shut down, and reboot into today. So as you breathe in, just allowing yourself to be the reflection of this year that has passed. And as we call in the Piscean field, we get to observe the things that are appearing now that we can envision and see because of our shifts, because of our growth, because we were bold enough to uproot ourselves from what we knew and take a chance and allow ourselves to rebirth into a new version, a new aspect of who we are. Breathing in and out. All right, I think we're ready. We're still in a light link. This is a protracted, long version of a light link. We are going to be bringing this Piscean field up and through the earth. I invite you to not take the normal in your mind, the normal path that you maybe would. I invite you today to envision it as though a path is emerging before you, as though you are new to this field, to this dimensional space, this beautiful home we call Earth. And before you, a forest or a field emerges. And you find yourself beginning your journey as this beautiful reflection, mirroring the many multifaceted dimensions of Earth and what it means, but not rushing back to the surface in your body in the sun, but allowing yourself to slowly begin to explore the center of the earth. And from there, the telluric realm, which is the second dimensional space. It's the land of the fairies and the trolls and all of the earthly creatures from fantasy and mystical space. It's also the earth and the density through which the greatest degrees of density are held. In the Bible, it's referenced as Sheol, in the prisons of being caught in the density of the rock, through which Christ came and pierced a hole through that density so that all of us today may do this work, so that our left and right hemispheres could be connected and we could start to rebuild that aspect of the human mind that was lost, the orb, the lightning, if you will, the bulb, the part of the brain that holds unity consciousness. And so as we move through this Piscean field, know that there is new circuitry here. There is a new path for you to forge that will forever shift the consciousness. So don't return to your body on this journey as you meander through each of these layers of density and the wisdom and the history of the earth that is stored within it. I invite you now to come out, if it was kind of black and dense and intense, to come out of that space. Maybe you're getting some Lemurian history, some really watery energy now, dark, slippery with luminescent light flashing through it. And maybe shifting into some Atlantean energy, golden city rising on the horizon. And feeling the polarity in these fields as well, the darkness and the light, the density and the heaviness. And all of the earth's, or Lemuria and Atlantis, are just two of the thousands of civilizations and societies advanced in their nature that existed. So just letting yourself, like a bubble of light or of energy, to begin to slowly drift on wherever this path takes you. And maybe you get flashes or visions, or maybe you're just seeing color, or maybe it's just darkness in your mind's eye. But remembering that you are the moon rising through this deep ocean of Piscean waters, allowing yourself that pearl of light that the moon is, separating, coming away from the heart, from the center, feeling the indigenous tribes and their drum beats, the shamanic forces and fields, feeling the Shakti and the Kundalini and the serpent rising in your body as you come closer and closer into the earth sequence, to the human form sequence. So often the snake and the Leviathan were seen as chaos because of the unknown. As you drift to the surface through the earth's many dimensional realms, you can see her not like solid in density, but transforming into this Piscean field, this incredible eclectic blend of consciousness, allowing yourself, as we come closer to the surface, closer to the current dimensional reality, to feel as though these are the birthing waters, the birthing canal that is influencing and impacting who you will become, the dreams that you are creating and envisioning. So in this way, as you pass through these different emotional currents and waters, you can feel the frequency of earth rising. And much like buoys rising to the surface, you can see each of us participating. You can see these pearl-like orbs, much like the moon, rising through these dark waters. And you can feel their light, like a light at the bottom of the pool, or like a light underwater, all of its different colors, LED colors reflecting. You can begin to feel a web, a grid that we collectively are forming through these waters, as though beacons, lighthouses emerging to the surface, bringing forth, anchored deep within the new consciousness, holding fast. And as you arise top of the surface, you can feel and sense that anchor, a fix, deep in the center of the earth, the principle of the Magdalene, one of her many symbols, the anchor held fast, buoyed in the heart, now feeling in your body as though that moon, that inner earth frequency has emerged in your heart space, holding what is needed, what is activated, to passing through that collective Piscean field and feeling that sun no longer shining down, but a lightning bolt of energy, of the future vision, of where we are going, beaming down as though rough waters at sea, your anchor holding fast, and the lightning strikes, and electric blue energy enters the field, activating. And through your anchor and through each of us collectively, the grid comes to life, new energy out into the field, branching across the liquid consciousness, the emotional space that is the collective field, like streaks of lightning across the sky. New wisdom, new information, new insight, new perspective, so that we may re-envision this world. Feeling your flashes of lightning stretching all the way around the earth and all the way to the depth of the center of the earth. And as you breathe now, coming into the body, feeling the subtle energy around you, much like being in the pool or the bath, and you breathe in and you can feel the water shift around you. Similarly here, feeling much like we were giving rise to your entire energy field, now feeling the rise of your chest, causing that energy field to ripple. And feeling it intentionally off of the front side of your body and also off of the back side. And as you breathe in and out, that expansion and contraction in the field. Doing amazing. Continuing to breathe. We are here. We are activated in the current astrology, capturing the full essence of this Piscean energy. And so as you come fully into your body, not only feeling the liquid nature, this is a huge watery field, the liquid nature of it, water representing the emotions, representing the collective, where the only way we create something separate with water is to build and harness containers for it. But it also gives us insight, and it is through the Piscean fields that we gain access to everything around us. So I want you to take a moment and not only feel this liquidy energy all around you, but also feel into the trees. Feel their subtle energy. Notice how they're moving water and life force through them. See if you can't hear that energy, like water running through the pipes, flowing through their roots. Now feeling into the sound of the grass as a gentle breeze blows across it. And feeling into the sound of the wings of a butterfly. Allow that butterfly to come into your vision. And then, as it does, notice that this butterfly is nowhere in your physical space, but could just as easily be on the coastal shores of Africa, somewhere deep in the jungles of Thailand. And yet feeling its wing beats here in the room around you. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And now coming to the critters that may be grazing tree outside your window, the birds, feeling the wing beats of an eagle soaring high above its majestic landscape, hearing the subtle sound of a bird's nest and an egg hatching, and then hearing the deep oceanic waters, the whales singing their beautiful symphony, and the dolphins chirping. All of these ways, these sounds could be woven together much like the petals of a flower, each sound representing a beautiful, exquisite expression of this earth, of this collective. Now feeling into humanity. And a prayer seeking to be answered for someone who has yet found or been awakened and doesn't recognize their power for unity consciousness. In sending that butterfly or that sound of the whale or an angel to them to answer their prayer. Imagining yourself, your hand gracing their cheek through the veil, blessing them with that electrical lightning spark of golden light, of the blue flame, reminding them of their power, of how the earth provides and awakens us with each breath if we simply allow ourselves to remember. And then feeling the collective network of spirit rising, as though we've turned a light switch on, and how that one prayer that we each individually and collectively just answered activated an entire grid of energy, as though we can see the lights turning on all the way around the planet. Lighthouse after lighthouse after lighthouse. The Latu, the carriers of her sacred flame. Slowly, slowly coming now back into your body, feeling into your activities for today. Feeling these waters seeping through the cracks of your consciousness and filling your cup for when you're frustrated or unmotivated or have a challenge before you. Feeling this Piscean energy blending through, consciously acknowledging the shift that is here, that is present. Because like this year, this too will go really fast. It's going to be we're just waiting for these collective floodgates to be unleashed. And we're going to be popping right back into Aries, because it is going to require some, what have you got? What have you found? Me, myself, and I. We're going to need it. We're going to need that fiery energy. But right now, just let your body feel and drink all of this newness in. For you are the change. You are the answer to the prayer. With that, in Lakesh Alakim.